Hello everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing the difference between a CDL road test provided by a third-party tester like us and a CDL road test provided by a DMV like anywhere else. So the main difference is there's really no difference. The road test itself is going to be exactly the same. There's going to be 3 parts to each part of those road tests, no matter if you take it with us at a third-party testing site or if you take it at DMV. Which means the first part of the test is going to be inspecting the truck. They're going to have to know how to inspect both the inside and outside of the vehicle. If you take the test with us at our location, you're going to be required to do a full vehicle inspection. If you take the test at the DMV, you can be required to do a full vehicle inspection or only partial vehicle inspection, but you have no idea which part of the vehicle you're going to have to inspect, which means you have to study the whole thing anyway. Second part of the test is all about parking. We here at Driving Academy or at any DMV, when you take the road test, we're going to test you on your parking skills. We're definitely going to test you on straight line backing. We're then going to test you on offset backing to the right or offset backing to the left. And we get to pick between parallel parking driver's side or passenger side and alley dock. So we're going to test you on 3 of those 6 different maneuvers. DMV is also going to do the exact same thing. So when it comes to the parking itself, piece of cake, it's both exactly the same. And then the third part of the test is driving on the road. So driving on the road, we have to follow the same criteria as DMV does, which means there's certain things that you can do that would automatically fail you. And the only difference is the road course itself, depending on what DMV you go to, depending on what third-party testing you go to, the road might be a little bit more difficult, a little bit easier. It also depends on how much traffic's going on, what kind of area you're in, and all that good stuff. At our third-party testing site in Pennsylvania, we have a road course that's fairly simple. It takes about 30 minutes to complete, and as long as you understand how to make your turns correctly and you operate the vehicle correctly, it should be a piece of cake. But that's all about the things that are the same. There's probably one thing that is a huge difference, and that's the person giving you the CDL road test. So if you've ever been to a DMV before, they're run by state employees. State employees, some of them are fantastic, but some of them don't have the best reputation. Which means they're getting paid no matter what happens, and they can treat you great, they can treat you not so great. It does not affect their job whatsoever. You can give them bad reviews, it doesn't matter, you still have to go to DMV. It's not like they have to compete to become better at customer service itself. So different things that people would fail for at DMV, people you don't usually fail for here. So to give you an example, when you go to DMV, at least in New Jersey DMV CDL examiners are not required to have a CDL license, which means the person giving you the test has never driven a tractor trailer before, which means they're really only going off the book. Which means if you go off the book any little bit, you're automatically going to fail. I mean, I've heard silly excuses for people failing where one examiner actually told one of our students who went to a DMV for his road test, said, "It sounds like you memorized it. You're not really acting it out as much as I want you to. So because you memorized it, you fail." That's the whole point. You're supposed to memorize the pre-trip inspection script, aren't you? But because that's a DMV employee, they can do pretty much whatever they want. When it comes to a third-party tester, we are a company like anybody else, and we have to prove our customer service. Now, we're not going to bend any rules. We're going to make sure that we're doing a clean and test full of integrity. However, our examiners are CDL drivers, which means they know exactly what you're going through. They're much more relaxed. They're not going to try to play this God complex with you. They're going to understand that, hey, they were in your shoes before, and they're going to kind of walk you through it. Believe you me that we will never fail somebody because they memorize something too good. Just to give you a silly example, right? There's certain times where people have failed because they didn't point to one in particular item. With us, as long as you're telling us the right thing and we know that you understand what you're talking about, it's a piece of cake. You're going to pass because you are providing the requirements in order by law for us to pass. Now, you can choose to go to a DMV and fight that system as much as you want, or you can go the easy route and make sure that you know your stuff though, and come with us. We're going to provide a nice, comfortable environment with great trained CDL examiners, and they're going to make sure that they're as polite as possible for you. Now, we understand that sometimes you're not always going to pass the CDL road test, but even then, we try to make sure that we cheer you up. We give you some pointers for next time, so when you do come back, hopefully you pass the first time around. So that being said, those are the main differences between getting a CDL road test at a third-party testing site versus a DMV testing site. Thanks, And if you have any questions, maybe you want to get yourself a CDL license yourself, maybe you just want to rent a truck for the test, give us a call. We can help you out either way. 908-525-3609. We're here to help you out to get yourself that CDL license that you're after. Thanks. Have a great day.